Let the fireworks begin. We're seeing some major announcement coming, and it's quite a coincidence because we spoke about the SEC and of course the Ripple lawsuit just yesterday in my update, which was of course not too long ago, midnight yesterday. But yeah, let's talk about what's happening because we have some big news to cover. The broader market actually seen a push towards the upside. Bitcoin, it did push above that 115,000 first time since the month of August that we have broken above the 115,000. So that's a big plus point that we can kind of take away right now. But XRP up about 8% with the price currently sitting at $3.25. We're starting to see things heat up very fast. And Bitcoin comparative up 6.8%. But look at the valuation, $192.8 billion. We're approaching almost $200 billion for the valuation. And that's how fast things have switched. And the 24-hour trading volume at about $6.2 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So the biggest news that we've been waiting for has officially come. Look at this. XRP community, SEC, and Ripple, the parties have filed a joint dismissal of the appeals. The case is officially over, and now the judge is pretty much going to come out and put this to rest once and for all. And this is a pivotal moment for XRP and Ripple, bigger than a lot of people anticipate. Huge news for the XRP community, and that of course explains why we're seeing the price of XRP breaking out. And with the way things are happening, we could be retesting some very critical levels in the next few hours to come, which of course we'll talk about a little later in this update. But take a look at what Smoke says. When this case is settled, this will give the seal of approval to central banks and other financial institutions to start using XRP through the XRPL ledger. And remember the NDAs, there's so many NDAs, I believe 1,700 NDAs that Ripple has going for itself, which of course we don't really know about. And maybe now this kind of opens the floodgates for more ETFs, more institutional interest, maybe corporations that were sidelined that wanted to come and get XRP on their balance sheets. Maybe now they are going to start looking at it from a different lens because of course we are hearing some big news coming out of this specific lawsuit. So I think we're about to see a big shift coming in, and then that Ripple Swell event that's coming, where BlackRock employees going to be talking about that Ripple Swell event. Are we going to see a potential spot ETF from the Fidelity and BlackRock? Of course, that itself would be quite a bullish statement itself. But this is bigger than a lot of people realize. The price is showing that right now, and I think next few hours could be very important, especially if the price of XRP is able to break out of the key levels. Look at what Safe says. Massive XRP officially listed as commodity under CFTC event contracts. XRP commodity, not a security. Big win for clarity and institutions. XRP just joined the elite club of Wall Street elite club, and Wall Street is now watching. And Wall Street has been watching, believe it or not, for quite some time. But I think this is a big moment. But look at this XRP launchpad. Look at the 24-hour trading volume has been increasing. And again, that is pretty much organic due to the fact that what's happening. And what's even interesting right now is the fact that Bitcoin is pushing towards the upside. Dominance is pulling down. It's a win-win situation right now. And I think things could start really looking positive based off of what we're seeing right now, especially this announcement, which came much quicker than I honestly anticipated. But in terms of a timeline perspective, it is amazing. You could see dominance is pulling down 61.17%. Amazing to see. Let's hope we could break down to 60.7%. That would be amazing. If you're looking at BTC, Bitcoin has pushed up, and let me show you guys Bitcoin on an hourly perspective. So you could see, we were having a little bit of a hard time breaking out of that 115,000 a key resistance. We broke out of here, and exactly what I talked to you guys about, the 117,000 to be the next level. That's exactly where we are right now, and this is really bullish because if we're able to close a daily candle around here, I'm anticipating 118,000 and start heading towards our all-time highs. But as far as XRP is concerned, because that's what everyone is here for, you could see XRP XRP is pushing and start retesting our yearly levels, which of course kind of dates back to the 2018 levels of resistance. And of course we know the significance of this range, but I want you guys to take a look at this on an hourly perspective, because the next few hours are very, very important. Because if the price of XRP is able to break out of this key range, I'm anticipating some crazy price action in a short span of time. So let's just kind of go back to August 2nd. If you had the opportunity to dollar cost averaging at the $2.73, you're up 20.47% for XRP, and XRP is retesting July 28th level. If this is able to break out, this is a major resistance around $3.30 to be exact. Yeah, $3.30 to be exact. If we're able to break out of here, I think we could start pushing up to our yearly highs that we set for ourselves, which were actually around the $3.66. This is actually an official all-time high, not the unofficial all-time high, which is around the 384. But this could really get things rolling for itself. Very, very important time right now. Next few hours, very critical. I do anticipate a little bit of a rejection around the 340 because of course it's a resistance. If this is able to break out, we are, I think ready to start rolling towards, the unofficial all-time high, which will get literally the entire world speaking about XRP. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.